How many of your leg tattoos hurt? Well, all of them. The one on my calf really hurt the most, but you know, I don't know. You're queen, king. I'm a king. What? I mean, do you speak Hmong? I do speak Hmong. Yeah. Nhớ rằng cũng bây giờ Maihua. Cú chỉ bảo đơn đó Hmong. Cú bảo mẹ sự thia. Ta kia cú im chắc cô. Cú bắt tao mong bắt tao. So yeah, ta kia cú im chắc cô. Thia cho gì á? Yeah. Do you believe in aliens? Yes, 100% I do. That's hot. Hmong isn't really like a hot like type of language. I want to learn Hmong. I only know a little bit. I can teach you a little bit right now if you guys want to, but I'll just teach you. Is Nikki teaching you Russian? Sometimes I ask her to, and when she speaks it, I'm just like, oh, good Lord Jesus. I thought French was the sexiest language, and then I hear her speak. She could just speak English, and I'd be like, wow. But I love you in Hmong is ku, hlu, like hlu ka. So it's like ku hlu ka. Hmong is a lot about has to do with a lot of like enunciation at the end, like hlu ka, like I, stuff like that at the end. Can you speak French? I only know like a certain amount of French, and I know like because I'm actually part French. I only know it from this one song, so I made it sound like a sentence. I don't know what I'm saying. I couldn't tell you, but it's in a song. So it's don't mon esprit tout dévage, m'appelle ton taxi. Don't know what I'm saying. So yeah. But yeah, Hmong has to do with a lot of enunciation and like at the end, like kui muchakwa, kuluka, and stuff like that. So yeah, if you want to learn Hmong, you can speak kuluka. But you know, if you're speaking to an actual Hmong person, the enunciation at the end can make the sentence sound correct. How did you learn Hmong? I'm Hmong. So my family taught me when I was a kid, but my first language was English because I did have a white mom, and my white mom kind of took care of me. Not really. My birth mom, she's kind of a drug addict, whatever, but they taught me English first, my family, I guess. But yeah, I just fought it now. Good job. I'm proud of you. Was it loud? I hope it was loud. Are you and your girlfriend still together? Yes, completely. I'm planning on being with her for a very, very long time. Say happy birthday to me. We're both in Aries. Happy birthday. Hope you have a freaking amazing birthday. How many tattoos do you have? Can you also say from Destiny? From Destiny. I have a lot. I haven't really counted. I lost count. But I'd say a lot. I don't really care to keep count. You know, it's tattoos. It's gonna be on my body. You know, I just say I have a lot. This, like, basically my whole arm's filled. Basically my whole arm's filled. Up here, I just have some free space right there a little bit. Got this one right here. Got this probably a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And then I have the Aries symbol on the back of my neck. I don't know if you can see it. The Aries symbol on the back of my neck. And I got my leg tattoos and then my 2 finger tattoos. A lot of them, most of them mean something, but a lot of them don't. They really don't. Like this ghost boob doesn't mean shit. Can you speak Hmong? I just did, but yes, I can. What's your favorite zodiac other than your own? My girlfriend's Cancer. And then, yeah, I like a lot of zodiac signs, but I also don't like a lot of zodiac signs, but I don't really judge people for their zodiac signs, because the people I don't like are certain zodiac signs, but, like, I like some people that are those zodiac signs, you know? So I think, like, you know, there are, like, some people who are, like, in all honesty, my personal belief is, like, your zodiac sign doesn't truly define you. Maybe your personality or whatever, but your choices are your choices. Because I'm an Aries. I'm supposed to be a cocky, narcissistic, like, not really narcissistic, but, like, hard-ass, like, mean person, but I'm actually kind of a nice person, you know. So yeah, I'm not sure personality wise. Sometimes, you know, I can be an Aries, or that's so Aries of you. But I'm kind of just like, I'm the opposite of an Aries because I cry a lot. Well, not really anymore. My medication that I was just on, Seroquel, I'm leaning off of it. I'm off of it right now. I don't really cry as much anymore. And my girlfriend and I are having like serious conversations. She's like, "Why aren't you crying?" I'm like, "I don't know why. I don't. All right. I don't know." Thank you, Arabic. I remember you, Arabic. You've been here for a while. I do remember some of you guys a lot. I remember Christina Bergeson. I remember Arabic. It's hard to name them all, but once they pop up, I know who they are. I try to remember as much as you as I can. What'd you get for your birthday? Not a lot, actually, but I am grateful for the gifts that I did get. Shania, my girlfriend, got me a game chair. It's coming soon. That's kind of it. Just a game chair, but I'm really happy about the game chair. So, yeah, not really I guess people just don't know what I want, you know. I bought myself these tattoos, but yeah, it's kind of just, you know, my thing, I guess. People never really know what to get me, I guess, or something. I don't know. Is your P.O. box still open? No, I cannot pay for a P.O. box at the moment, so I do not have a P.O. box. Arabic, thank you. Happy late birthday, thank you. Honestly, I had a shit birthday. I stayed in my room like for 95% of it. I only left my room to get a tattoo, came back, had a shit day. People from my past popped up and started going off on me for whatever the fuck reason. And yeah. Is Nika a nickname? No, her real name is Nika. You're an actor, right? I am, yes. I live next door to you. Look, someone else tried to do that shit. I know my neighbors. I don't live next to me. Have you seen the Billie Eilish documentary? Yes, I saw it with my girlfriend. It's really, really, like impactful of what she actually goes through. Who's AP? She's a girl that is in the finest house. She lives in North Carolina. Me and her hung out for a lot before. You have a fight tomorrow. Why are you fighting? Why are you fighting? There is no reason to fight. Hi, Chelsea. Girl, you better not be fighting for what? There is no reason to be throwing hands with anybody. You want to know who's going to win that fight? None of you. No matter who threw the most punches, no matter who hit who, you're not going to win that fight. The person who wins the fight is the one that walks away and takes the bigger step, you know? Because I've gotten in a lot of people's faces, but I won because I walked away. You know, like, a lot of people got in my face and I walked away. Because the one who basically, you know, fighting is just never the answer for anybody. Anyone who fights, anyone who throws hands with anybody, is just losing in general. So, I personally, like, unless someone hits me first and I have to defend myself, I will throw hands. But after I get them off of me, I'm walking away. So, like, what about Dallas? Everyone who's ever tried to come at her is scared of her, with good reason, because I've had her punch me before and she can knock someone else with just flicking someone. But she takes the higher road. Like, yeah, she pulls up to people's houses because, you know, see if they're actually about it. But then, like, most of the time, you guys get this really confused. Most of the time when you see Dallas, you know, blah, 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 a lot of you follow Dallas. Dallas is a bigger creator. So obviously you're going to see her post first, but you don't see where it came from, why she had to speak out. So all the people saying Dallas is the drama-filled, Dallas is this, like, honestly, honest to God, if you had a bunch of people looking at you and then a bunch of people attacking you, calling you this, calling you that, you're not going to defend yourself? Because I defend myself, but I'm not called drama-filled. It's just a lot of people tend to go after Dallas and not me. And the people that do come after me, all I say is, okay, get the fuck out of my life, get the fuck off, like, this or that. But Dallas is a different way. So Dallas is mainly just defending herself, and you see her video first, so you automatically think she started it. So there's a difference between defending and attacking. Like, what her minions do is not her. She could tell them to back down, but I've learned that you can say as many things as you want to your fans, but they are so committed to you that they will defend you till their last breath. So, yeah. So, she never starts anything. She finishes it. And I think that that's better than just starting it. I've talked to her, like, she's literally rekindled with people that she was never going to rekindle with ever again. But she did, because she took the higher ground and she took the steps she needed to take. And I think that that's really mature of her, and I think that, people coming at her and calling her drama-filled is so stupid. Because you know damn well if you were in her position, you would do the same thing. So again, if, just don't fight people. Like, no need to, because you sit there and people can come in your face, but honest to God, who is the clown there if you're just like, no one's impressed, and walk away? That person can say, oh my God, they're a pussy, they walked away, they were scared, but in all honesty, you're mature, and the mature people will see that. And all the people saying, oh, you're a pussy, blah, blah, are the immature people you don't need to be paying attention to. People that don't matter. I've walked away from so many fights that could have got so much worse. But I walked away. Because, even if I started it, I just walk away. Because I'm just like, there's no point in hitting you, I got in this one guy's face because he was flirting with my girlfriend in front of me. Not, like, my girlfriend at the time, not Nika. But he was, like, taking her away from me, like, pulling her away from me physically and talking to her, flirting with her, so I got in his face. And, yeah, he was, like, scared or whatever, but that's fine, not calling him a pussy or anything. But I got in his face, and then once I realized what I was doing, it was just like, alright, so then I walked away. He got the message, and then I had this one girl who shoved me and was trying to bully me at school. So she shoved me in front of everybody to show that she was some big dog, some big big girl, like, trying to come at me, like, not big, like, I'm saying, like, big in school, like you're a big dog in school, like, I don't mean, like, weight-wise. Yeah, she tried to prove that she was the big dog of the school, and then I was just like, I laughed at her. Of course, I was about to get in her face again, but then I had people holding me back, whatever. But I did, almost take a swing, but then, I realized from my mistakes, Yeah, I don't really believe in God or Jesus. I believe in the universe. I believe in a lot of, I respect your religion, respect you want to believe, but I think there was a lot of conspiracy about how that book was made, who wrote the book, translation of the book, and I don't believe any of that. So, if you believe it, good for you, but don't shove it down people's throat, like, at all. Okay. Yeah, I don't believe in God, I don't believe in Jesus. I have been baptized, forcefully baptized, so it wasn't my choice to get baptized. It was, my Christian family side's reason that I got baptized. But yeah, I don't believe in Jesus, I don't believe in God. I believe in the universe, and I believe there's a higher power out there, but it is not labeled as God or Jesus. And if that brings me to hell and I die and it ends up being a God, Jesus, whatever, if all gays go to hell, rented a room already. I want to be with my LGBT family. I don't want to be with a bunch of straight people who are homophobic. Do you really think, like, God's like, if there is a God, he's like picking and choosing sinners? You know who's a sinner? The motherfuckers who hate on other people for who they love. And it's weird because Christians are all about, certain Christians, not all, but the ones that I've met are like, oh, we're supposed to love everybody, love this, but the second they find out you're gay and you love the same sex, they're like, oh, we hate you now, we're homophobic, you're not going to heaven. Who are you to say who's going to heaven and who's going to hell? Because last time I heard in the Bible and in every Christian's mouth is that Jesus and God decide who goes to heaven and who goes to hell. So there's a lot of conspiracy and discussion about that, but personally I believe that if there is a God, he loves everybody. But I don't know if I believe in him. I truly, personally, I don't. But like, all these Christians are like, you're going to hell, protesting at prides, you're going to hell. But in your little book that you seem to worship, it says God decides that. So who are you out here telling people, oh my God, you're going to hell for love? For love. Not for murder. Because the only thing I'm killing is that pussy. But I mean, like, other than that, like, you're going to hell for loving another person. You're going to hell for loving the same sex. Oh my God, Karen. Oh my God. You're just mad you haven't reached your peak in a while because your husband doesn't have the right spots to hit, I'm sorry that the only people who satisfy women are women and the only people that satisfy men are men. So, I have never met, personally me, a straight person who's constantly. Because the best thing about women and women's sex and men and men's sex, you can reverse. You could be like, oh, let me give you top. Oh, that turned me on. You want to give me top? Oh, that turned them on giving you top, so you want to give them more top. And then that turns you on giving them, come on. I have personally me, have never met a straight person that can do that. Because once the guy's done, he's done. And the girl's just like, okay. Come on. Whatever. I'm sorry that all of our orgasms are heard all the way across the world and you have such a big problem with it. I'm sorry, Karen, you're not screaming your lungs out while your husband's not hitting the right places. I'm pretty sure if God was real, he would have tested it too. I mean, come on. Everybody's a little bit of gay. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm even a little bit of straight. 1% of me is attracted to Dylan O'Brien and Tom Holland. I'm sorry. But if Tom Holland and Dylan O'Brien came up to me and was like, come get this D, I will be, yes, sir. Of course. 100%. Let's do it. Because let me tell you, I've never met one straight person. Me personally, let me say my perspective. I've never met one straight person that's completely straight. I've made out with half of the straight girls that I went to school with. So, let's get a little fruity. Let's get a little fruity up here, you know what I'm saying? Let's get a little fruity. Yes, Dylan O'Brien. I don't care if y'all don't think he's hot. More for me, bitch. I hope all y'all think he's ugly so he can be mine. Yup. Yup. All y'all say Dylan O'Brien's ugly right now because that means more for me. More for me. Let's get a little fruity. Maybe I should make that my next merch. Let's get a little fruity. Ha ha ha. Who is he? He's off of Teen Wolf. He's Styles off of Teen Wolf. He's not Tyler Lockwood, that's the Vampire Diaries. He's fucking that guy's best friend in Teen Wolf. He's carried the whole show. Like, bestie what? He was on The Maze Runner. He's the main character of the Maze Runner series. You don't know who Dylan O'Brien is. Sheesh. Wrong wolf, I know, okay? Styles, alright? Styles from the Teen Wolf series. Or, even better, he was hotter in the Maze Runner. He was hot there too, but like, he was hotter in the Maze Runner. Come on. Your poster. Thank you. It says adventure. I didn't think it said that at first. I thought it was just some cool language, but then I realized it says adventure. Sheesh. Stop asking me. Y'all know what y'all spamming and asking me. I'm not gonna answer you. All 3 Maze Runners are really good. Yeah, I made my girlfriend watch it. Yeah. Harry Styles. I probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but he's a good looking man. And I love the fact that he was wearing a dress, period. But I personally don't find him super attractive. But I think he's super talented, and I really do think him and Louis were a thing one time, because I've seen all of the evidence in Jesus Christ. But I don't think he's that attractive. He's not really my man type. I only have 2 types in my man type, which is Tom Holland and Dylan O'Brien. But I do think that he's an amazing person, and he is so calm and happy all the time. I've never seen him pissed off, really, so. How long are you going live for? I have no fucking idea. This is like an interview, guys. Send me interview questions. Like, this is an interview. I love it. But I personally don't think Tom Holland nor Dylan O'Brien would come up to me and be like, hey, come get this D. Because I look like I have a D. Collab with Tori. Which one? I know 5. Are you friends with CJ? Who's CJ? Favorite place in Seattle? Where my girlfriend lives? But that's not in Seattle. She don't live in Seattle. But Give us some Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo tú te llamas? O no sé. ¿De dónde llegaste? Y pregunté. Are you friends with Vanessa? Yes, that's my queen. Do you have any ghost stories? Bitch! Boob. When I was a kid, I came face to face with the ghost. And I'm not joking. I put this on my grandma, on everything. This shit happened. So me and my sister used to have a room together. My grandma would sleep with me on the bottom bunk, and my sister would sleep on the top bunk. We had a Cinderella poster in our room. Okay, so I'll get to the Cinderella poster in a little bit. So when we were going to bed, the door was shut. I remember, because I was the last one to sleep. The door was shut, and I remember having a dream about me being Spider-Man and I'm getting beat up. I literally had a dream I was Spider-Man and I was getting beat up. And this was me, like, 6-7 years old, whatever. And I woke up at 3 a.m. after getting beat up in my dream as Spider-Man, and our door was wide open, and I didn't think anything of it. I thought people were up, but I did ask like the next day, and everyone was like, we were asleep. No one woke up. So our door was wide open at like 3 a.m, and I was looking at my Cinderella poster, and it started moving. I know it was pitch black in my room, I know, and sometimes your eyes fuck with you, but it was like literally moving. Cinderella was like moving, bitch. She had limbs and she was moving. So I got a little scared, whatever, and then I just like turned towards the door. Like, my grandma's on the outside, we're against the wall, so it's literally like my bed right here against the wall, and I was on the inside, my grandma was on the outside, but it's a bunk bed. Okay, so like, Cinderella's moving. Okay, so let's get to this ghost story. And then I hear something in the doorway. I'm not really sure how to describe the sound, I don't even remember the sound. I just remember that I heard something in the hallway, and it's pitch black in the hallway. So I look, and then I'm looking, and then I see a shadow, like a whole shadow, walking into my room. I saw it in the dark, and I was like, girl, I just saw Cinderella move. It might be my eyes fucking with me again. But I had blinked, and then when I was blinking, I was like, no. So then the shadow started moving across my room onto the bunk bed. And then while one arm was on the top, one arm was going up, and it looked like it had a knife in its hand, going up and then coming down like on top of the bed. And then I went under my covers. This is the scary part. After I came face to face with that ghost, I went under my covers, and I was like under there for like maybe an hour, and I shook my grandma. I was like, Grandma! She was like, what? And I was like, Grandma, there's a fucking ghost. And she was like, no, there's not. I'm gonna beat it with my cane. She lifted her cane up, and then I came from under the covers, and the door in my room was shut. It was shut. Like it was never opened. Then I found out years later that place that we lived in was haunted. So yeah, that was my ghost story. Face to face with the ghost. Face to face with it. So do I believe in ghosts? Completely. Yes, my condo's haunted from a painting. Clarice. Yes, we named her Clarice, and she's our protector. She always stands outside my door. That's what Nikki says. And Nikki has a friend named Jackie who's a witch, and she says she's here to protect us. But yeah. So yes, there is a little girl that haunts this condo because of a simple painting, but she's nice. So we love Clarice, yes. Have you ever tried to communicate with her? No. Sometimes I'm just like, good night, Clarice, or achoo! Bless me. Thank you for everyone who's gonna say bless you. But no, I haven't tried to communicate with her. Sometimes I'm just like, Clarice, please, not today, because sometimes Clarice used to fuck with me. But yeah. Bless you. Thank you. But yeah, we're good. We're Gucci. Sometimes she just wants to play. How's Grandma Nikki? She's not doing too well right now. She had to go to the hospital last night. She has really bad chest pain, and they couldn't figure out why. So yeah, I have chest pain too, so that's weird. But what actors do you really want to work with? Tatiana Maslany, if you don't know who she is, she plays all the clones in Orphan Black, not Orange is the New Black. Orphan Black, she plays all the clones there. She's super talented, super amazing. Alicia Demnen Carey, if you don't know who that is, she plays Lexa in the 100. Definitely Tom Holland, Dylan O'Brien. I never saw small lips. Are y'all talking shit about my lips? Look, if y'all saw a picture of my birth mom, I have bigger lips than her. Her lips are like... Alright. Everyone who has kissed me says I'm a phenomenal kisser. And I've kissed people with big lips, alright? And they said it don't even feel like I got tiny lips. So, leave me alone with my tiny lips, alright? K-pop boys you like. Jimin could get this big old bossy. I just feel like if I had bigger lips, it wouldn't fit my face. So, yeah, I'm kind of okay with my lips. These lips do look. Big things come in small packages. All right, these lips do big things. Ask my girlfriend. Got any crazy ex stories? None that I would be sharing with the internet, but Yes, I do, but none that I'll be sharing with the internet. Just for drama reasons, and stuff doesn't need to be on the internet. You know, where do you want to travel? Brianna, thank you. Good question. I do want to travel to Toronto, Canada. I don't know. There's some girl there that I really want to visit. Your jawline is chef's kiss. Thank you. Biggest insecurity, the left side of my face. I don't know, you guys can't really see it here, but this side of my face, like if I do the inverted filter, y'all can see it, but this side of my face is bigger and this eye is more closed because I think my cheekbone is higher, so like this eye is more shut than this eye. So I see it when I'm doing the inverted filter. I don't know if I can do it here. Mirror your video. See? Alright. So you can see it here. God, I fucking hate it. But yeah. You can see that this side is so much bigger than the other side, and my eyes closed a little bit. But I hate it so much. Like, just, I hate it. I hate this point of view of my face, like, at all. Yeah, and I'm just like, why can't I be normal? I don't know why it's like that, nor do I understand. I know y'all can see it, so don't even say that you can't see it. But yeah, that's my biggest insecurity. Are you and your girlfriend long distance? Yes, we are. Let's try jade roller. What is that? Do you have the same earrings as Vanessa? Yes. This right here. I also have this like chain necklace right here. My girl or a boy? I really don't care what you call me. Kind of go by they them mostly, but my girlfriend calls me pretty boy sometimes, cute boy, sweet boy, boyfriend sometimes, but yeah. Necklace or earrings? Probably, I like them both because, yeah. Do you know who Kermit is? Like Kermit the Frog? Are you planning on moving to LA with Nika? Not with Nika at first, but eventually, yes, with Nika. But, yeah, not right now. She's focusing on school and stuff. She can't really do that while she's with me, so. My biggest fear is, though, when she goes to, like, college. Thank you for the disco ball, Freya. Whenever she goes to college, it's gonna hurt because I'm always scared that someone's gonna find someone else better than me because I'm super replaceable. So whenever she goes to college, I'm probably just gonna cry for the rest of my life. Me and Nika are 48 hours apart. She's in Washington State. I'm in North Carolina. Nika doesn't seem like she would do that. I know. She doesn't. She's the first person that I actually trust won't cheat on me, but finding someone better than me, it's not a hard thing to do, so. Is the Lee sisters ever gonna post again? Probably not. Gona's working all the time and I'm doing my own thing. Heard you had a rough birthday. How are you feeling? Oh, are you feeling any better? Feeling better. Yes, I had a horrible birthday, but it's fine. You know, people are like, you shouldn't have let them ruin your birthday, but like they did. They triggered the fuck out of me. How old is you and your girlfriend? My girlfriend is 17. I just turned 20. And I know before you guys start saying pedophile, pedophile, my girlfriend's turning 18 in June 26th. And we are 2 years and 2 months apart with her parents' permission. So before y'all start screaming pedophile, because I got called a pedophile on my birthday too, so age is just a number. That is incorrect. But 2 years and 2 months apart is not a horrible thing. So yeah. I got called a pedophile on my birthday. I got called an abuser on my birthday. I got called a lowlife on my birthday. What else? Bitch. Yeah, but they didn't just piss me off. They pissed my girlfriend off. My girlfriend texted them too. From who? From someone that can't pick a struggle, that loves me a few months, hates me the next month, wants to get in my pants the next month, then hates me again, then loves me again, wants to be friends, wants to get in my pants, and then hates me again. This person has been in my life since I was like 12. This person has been in my life. So, an ex? No, not an ex. Yeah. Damn, tell them to pick a struggle. I did too. It's a cycle, yes. But a lot of my past was brought up during that conversation because she was in my life for a lot of it, and I think that was quite unnecessary and stupid. And talk about low life. I'm about to be in a movie. I'm about to move to LA, so like, she's just like, she does stuff that fucks up her brain a lot. So I'm just like, you know what, let it all out, do what you gotta do. But like, bringing up shit from my past was horrible, and you shouldn't have done that. It wasn't your place. It was already like, I had settled what she was talking about before she even messaged me. So I was just like, I don't like, dropped them faster than I already blocked her. Like, after my girlfriend was like, can I unblock her and say something? I was like, I don't care, do what you gotta do. Like, I don't care. But can I cosplay you? Yes, that'd be so cool. But yeah, she kind of ruined my whole birthday because a lot of this, I have PTSD, so I got triggered by a lot of what she was saying. It was a really bad time in my life. Probably the worst time in my life, the shit that she brought up. And, you know, so it's just like, you know, it kind of fucked up my day, and I just didn't want to be around anybody. But yeah, she wasn't wrong though, with the abuser part. I am one person's abuser, but not physically. Mentally, I did abuse somebody, which was completely my fault, and that's the stuff that she kind of brought up. I did abuse mentally somebody in my past that I cared and loved about. Cared about and loved, and I would carry that for the rest of my life. But I definitely feel like I've grown from that, and I've grown from who I used to be, even who I used to be like a year ago. Like, I did mentally abuse somebody, and I will carry that for the rest of my life. And I was just trying to be nice and, you know, check up on the person who I abused mentally, and I accidentally requested to follow them, and then they went off on me, and I had settled it. I was like, I'm sorry, you know, it won't happen again. Sorry to you and your girlfriend. And then this girl decided to pop up and put her input in it, and like, you know, so it brought back a shit ton of memories that, you know, that should have been brought up. Karma got its kiss from me. You know, I was homeless for 5 years. I got abused by my father. I got kicked around. I got heartbroken. I got cheated on. I got, like, best friends that I had betray me in the worst ways. Like, karma got its kiss, you know, like, and I deserved it. So, like, yeah, when I it's just like, I don't know, like, it's hard to just forgive myself that you guys say, but it's like, Because it's just like, how do you forgive yourself for that? You know, like, you did not deserve it. The thing is, the person I mentally abused didn't deserve what I did either. You know? Have you ever hit any of your girlfriends? No. No, never. And if I did, I wouldn't be able to live with myself ever. Only physical thing that I ever did with an ex-girlfriend was she was screaming in my face, like screaming, and I get really triggered by that when people do that because my dad did that to me, so I pushed her back by her shoulders. I pushed her back and I screamed at her and I said, "Don't get in my face," and she pushed me back. So that's the only thing I've ever done physical to a girlfriend, and I regret doing that too. But it's hard to just sit there because someone in this world sees me as their abuser, and I think that breaks me more than anything. So it's just like, when I heard the word abuser by this person on my birthday, I was torn apart. That's the only word that was going through my head all day, and like I was pushing my girlfriend away because I was like, I don't deserve this happiness, I don't deserve anything good. So I just kind of like isolated myself. I didn't talk to really anybody, not even my girlfriend. Like, I was just like, I don't deserve this happiness. And I'm not victimizing myself because I deserve the negativity, the hate that this person is giving me, and you know, whatever, I deserve it. And I'm not ever gonna sit here and victimize myself because I did that. I mentally abused this person to the point where they see me as their abuser, and it hurts, and I hate it, but like, I can't do anything to fix it. So I thought checking up on this person every 4 months was gonna heal my pain, my guilt, the sadness that I had with it, but obviously it was the wrong move, and I'm not gonna do it again. And just like, I wish that this person could see who I was today and would take my apology. And I know they might have triggers with them too because of what I did, but it kills me to know that this person that I cared about and I loved calls me their abuser. Like, and it's just like I can't like sit here and be happy with myself and allow all this positivity into my heart right now, because it's just like, what did you do? I would, every time she would choose someone else over me, I'd threaten to kill myself. I would. And every time I made her choose between me and her family, a lot. Every time she didn't do something that I liked, I would threaten to end my life. You know, I all the love I wasn't getting from anybody else, because this was the start of me being homeless, I expected from her. I did a lot. You know, it was a long time ago. It's hard to remember every single thing that I did. But I scared her a lot, and I caused her a lot of trauma. No, we're not talking about Piper. This is somebody from way past, before I even started TikTok. This was the beginning of me being homeless, like 5 years ago. One time she had chased me around, because we lived in a motel. One time she was chasing me around the motel, and while I had pills in my hand, about to take them. So she was crying and chasing me around, trying to get me to not take them. And when we broke up, none of you guys knows who this is, and I would like to keep it that way. But when we broke up, I called her and I was like, get back together with me or I'm gonna do stuff. Like, be here for me or I'm gonna do stuff to myself. And she left, understandably, and that was her choice, and understandably I would have done the same thing. So that's the day that I died. I did die for like 20 seconds, 5 seconds, I don't know, but I did die that day. But I caused her a lot of pain, a lot of trauma, and I fucked up, you know. But saying that I was a kid isn't an excuse, because even some kids don't do that either. So I just wish that this person could see that I'm no longer that person anymore, and that they were the lesson that taught me not to be that person anymore, because it's horrible. And have you talked to her? Two days ago, but it wasn't good. I was just like, you know, for a few years, I would check up on her every like 4 months to make sure that she's okay, check up on her socials. I would never engage with her. I would never talk to her. I would never do anything to disturb her relationship, because she's in a relationship, and I would never. But I accidentally requested to follow her account 2 days ago, and she messaged me and went off on me, understandably, you know, it's okay. Did you say sorry directly to her? Yes. But her seeing me as her abuser, it's hard for her to accept the apology, understandably. So it's hard for me to sit here and see all these amazing edits and see myself have all these amazing people who look up to me, and I'm just like, I don't deserve any of that. Like, it's like, yeah, I get it, it's in the past and I'm no longer that person anymore, but it's just like, you know how people see horrible people like on platforms and they're like, ew, people still support that person? I'm like that to me, because I know what I did. You're always ranting about bullshit. My bitch. Anyway. Oh yeah, correct yourself too. It's your Yore. But I mean, like, I blocked them, it's fine. But yeah, it's hard for me to accept all of that love and all that commitment that you guys have to me. I don't think I'll ever yeah, and you know, I've kind of sat down and accepted the fact that she may never forgive me. She may never look at me as someone who's grown. She may always see me as that person that I was before, and that's okay. She has every right to, you know. I'm not saying anything that she's feeling is wrong, anything that she's feeling is disgusting and horrible, and it should never even be feeling like that. I'm saying that she has the right to understand that if it's okay. She doesn't have to forgive me. Not at all. I'm not going to tell you guys who I'm talking about, because for their privacy, they deserve some privacy. Yeah, it's going to take me a long time. Even after all these years, I still haven't forgiven myself for it. And I'm still trying to, you know, abuser's a really tough word, and I've called people my abusers, you know, like my father, like my cousin who sexually harassed me, like sexually assaulted me, if anything. Like, I call them my abusers, and the fact that, you know, this person that I care for calls me their abuser. Did you mentally or physically? I'm mentally, never physically, ever. Ever. It sucks, you know, like, because how am I supposed to continue to think that I'm this really good influencer when I did that, you know? So what are you gonna do to make a difference? I've tried being positive on my page. I've tried, you know, being an amazing girlfriend to Nika. And I'm doing all of that. It's a really good question. How am I gonna make it better? I can't make her forgive me, and I can't, you know, make her see me differently, and that's something I'm just gonna have to accept. But I want you to forgive you. It's been years and you've grown and changed, because with that much trauma I've caused, it's understandable that this person can't forgive me, and that's okay. I'm not gonna force her to. I'm not gonna sit here and make her. Her feelings about me are valid. You know, I was her mental abuser. I was 15, 14 when all that shit happened, you know, but, you know, it's kind of hard for me to just sit down and accept the fact that, you know, that's who I am to somebody. That's another human being. That's a living human being that's going to live the rest of their life with that pain and that guilt that I caused them, you know? So, guys, being young doesn't excuse it. It doesn't. No. Because I know some young people that would never do that to another person, and I did that. So, no. This is not about Nika. This is about somebody from years ago when I was like 14 or 15. But yeah, being young, it's not an excuse. I knew what I was doing. I thought that it was okay. Because, like, growing up, I learned that love was yelling and threatening, because that's what my parents would do. I had to learn what love was through TV shows, movies, like, so when people are like, oh my god, you're such a simp, oh my god, you're cringy. No, I just learned what love was through TV shows. Back then, I knew what love to be was threatening and arguing and, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, you have no excuses. None. No excuses at all. I did that. I fucked up. I fucked her up. Were you aware that you were emotionally abusing her? I was not. Not aware. I'm aware that me and her were not happy. I was aware that I was hurting her, and that, you know, but I didn't really understand what I was doing until she left. She left me. And that's, you know, yeah, I'm taken. But yeah, I didn't know what I was doing at the time. And I didn't know that she was happy and she was hurt by me. But parents' actions influence their child. There's a lot more than they think. They do influence that, yes. But I can't excuse anything. You know, 14, 15-year-old me still did that. I still did it. It's my fault, my decision, and can you make a difference? I'm trying. Trying my best to make a difference. I'm trying to be a bigger person and sit down and, like, you know, I think it's really important for a lot of people to be like, I made a mistake. I did this. But, you know, I think that it's really, really, really important for people to do that. It's okay that you did something bad in the past. I'm not excusing murder, trigger warning, rape, physical abuse. I'm not excusing that. If you did that, you need to get some real help. Like, that is horrible. You need to be locked up or something. Like, but like, hi Sydney. But yeah, I'm trying to be a better person, and a lot of people around me are like, you have a good heart, you're always there for people. It's because I try to be. Every good thing about myself was because of the lessons that I had to teach myself throughout that whole situation between me and this person. Like, I didn't learn anything until after. And I'm glad that splitting up happened. I really am. Because it taught me a lot. So I don't think I'll ever be able to figure it myself. I feel like Maihua tells us these things for us not to make the same mistakes and learn from it. Most definitely. I hope this does make a difference to some people that don't make the same mistake I did. You know, mentally abusing someone is not okay, nor will it ever be. I've never said one bad thing about this person because I have no right to. I was the whole problem. You can ask everybody that I've talked to about this whole situation. I've never said one bad thing about this person because they are an amazing person and they deserve all the good things in the world. And, you know, it's my fault what I did. Completely. It's been like 5 years since it happened. 4 or 5 years. And I don't think that I'll ever be able to forgive myself. But I think it's really important for people to understand, don't make the same mistake. I believe that I'm a good person today. I believe that I'm a good girlfriend today. And I believe I'm a good friend. And I try my best to bring as much positivity and amazing energy into this world because there's not a lot of it. Especially on TikTok. There's a lot of horrible people on TikTok. And I had privated this video because I got a lot of hate from it because of a joke that wasn't funny. It was, I don't know if you saw the video, but it was a video of me putting out cleaning supplies because the nasty kitchen, whatever. I apologize if that may have offended you. I truly don't care what other people's houses look like. I had a nasty house with a bunch of bugs, and my cat even gave birth to the back of my bed. And you know, I apologize if that offended you. Wasn't funny. So yeah, be careful what you post. I have a lot of eyes on me, so obviously, you know, it wasn't funny. But I privated the video, so hopefully, you know, people don't. Not because of the hate I was getting, but because of the people who made the video. I hope they don't see it. Hope they will never see it. But how would that offend people? Because some people can't choose how their house looks like. They don't have enough money to make, to get cleaning supplies. So, you know, you can make a difference with your heart. That's what I'm trying to do. How do you know if you're being mentally abused? If they don't change their act when you say that something that they did or said hurt you. If they make false apologies, false claims that they're gonna change, if they say, I'm sorry, it won't happen again, but then continue to do it, if they threaten to end their life when you try to leave, if they're really controlling, making you choose between you and them, or making sure you don't have any friends and you only have them, all that stuff, that's mental abuse. And I hope to spread awareness with mental abuse, because I did that, and I know it hurt people, because I got mentally abused as well too after that. Is it mental abuse when parents body shame me? Yes, you are not too sensitive. It is mental abuse. I have been body shamed in front of the whole school before. It's not a good thing. So, push forward, and, you know, that is mental abuse, and that's fucked up. Anxiety made scary. No. I know some people have, like, I don't want medication, blah, 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 you know, but sometimes they work. I no longer take Seroquel. I was on Seroquel for a year. I just got off of it. But I take trazodone to help me sleep, but it's not scary, you know. It actually helped me a lot. You know, I had really bad anxiety trips and I had stress hives all over my face, and when I started taking that medication, I was fine. I was more calm. Things that usually destroyed me and triggered the fuck out of me usually just didn't anymore. So yeah, don't be scared. Try it out. If you don't like it, don't try it. Like, get off of it. Find something else, you know. It took a few tries, a few mental hospital visits, for me to get the medication that I'm on, or was on, perfect. So don't be scared. It's a process. Have you ever got bullied in middle school? I mean, in school? Middle school, yes. They called me manure in middle school because I was depressed, couldn't take care of my hygiene, and I stunk, and I was fat. So they called me manure. Thank you, Shania, for the flowers. And in high school, I got bullied because of the girls I dated spreaded rumors about me that were false. I had a girl spread rumors about me that I raped her. So I got called a rapist at school. Ask anyone that I've had intercourse with, I always ask for consent. Always. Even if it's a one night stand, I always ask for consent. Always. What do I do if I'm mentally abusive? First step is admitting that you are. You did do this. You did do that. Pinpoint things that you did do. Fix them. Like, threatening, like, if you're threatening to end your life if someone's leaving, stop it. Realize that if that person leaves, there's a life outside of that person. You know? I think a lot of people forget that. You know, like, there's a lot of, like, me and my girlfriend talk to each other a lot, yes, but we've barely talked because she's on vacation right now, and, like, she has a life outside of me. I don't have friends but Brianna and Shania and my girlfriend. She doesn't really have friends either but Brianna and Shania and me. So, like, just, you know, even if you don't have friends, there are things you can do outside of your relationship that don't involve your relationship. Realize that your relationship isn't your whole life. Yes, it's a good chunk of it, but it is not your whole life at all. How do you say your name? Maihua. Not your whole life at all. So, like, I think a lot of people need to understand that you know, it's not, that's a big problem about it, you know, about relationships, is you everyone always takes it as your whole relationship. I refuse to bash you. I'm problematic creator. You've helped a bunch of people and I understand. Well, that's why I kind of like go on live sometimes. I like helping people. It helps me forgive myself a little bit more by helping a few hundred people, a few thousands, you know, like, how do I ask my therapist about taking meds if I see it helps? So talking to your therapist is different. You talk to your therapist and they recommend you talk to a psychiatrist. They're completely different people. Therapists are there to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. But you can ask your therapist about getting on medication. They will prescribe you to a psychiatrist. Those people you talk to and they get you the meds you need. You talk to them about how you're feeling, blah, blah, blah. They talk to your therapist and yeah, they see what kind of meds you like. So first, if you want to talk to your doctor, like your primary care doctor, they will get the psychiatrist and they will talk to you and then they will get you on some medication. So yeah. How do I get a therapist? You look up therapies around your area and you call them and say, hey, I want to make an appointment for a new patient. Never been there before. So then they're gonna ask you a few questions and then you're gonna go get an appointment with them. Or I don't know how they do it now with COVID. They might do a virtual appointment with you. But yeah, what are your pronouns? He, she, they, I really don't care. I'm testing out the he's with my girlfriend right now, but I prefer they at the moment for the public. Why don't you make a difference by helping others? You have advice, don't you? That's what I'm doing at the moment. Yeah. Helping a lot of people with medication, therapists, life, fights, all that stuff. That's what I've been talking about, this main point of the life. Yeah, I'm mixed. The whole bundle, like what I usually say is I'm just Asian and white. I'm Asian. But the whole bundle is I'm Indian, French, white, and Asian, and like 0.1% black. But again, it doesn't give anyone the right to say the N-word unless you are black. So let's do that. Do you have a job? I do Uber Eats. And I also am a social media influencer / actor. I am an actress, and I am also a social media influencer. But I also do Uber Eats. So, yeah. Any tips for wanting to join the acting industry? First tip that I'm still kind of struggling with, but you need to understand that all those people there, like, I know some people get embarrassed, get cringed at themselves. You know, acting with music is different than acting without it. It's hard. But know that those people have seen it all. They have seen it all. And, like, understand, like, you don't need to read your lines word for word at all. That was my problem in Our Last Days. I don't know if you did, but that was, I was leading a short film, Our Last Days. I was doing word for word for my lines, but that's, you didn't need to do that. Like, you get the whole point of the line, they'll understand what you're talking about. Like, so you don't need to know your whole script. Some people just wing it most of the time, and improvise. But, and to, you know, just stay in character. It's okay to mess up. It really is. That's what bloopers are for. How are you doing being naughty 20? Naughty 20. Kind of been depressed my first few days as being 20. But I'm okay. Thank you for the hearts. Favorite state? Los Angeles. California. That Los Angeles is not a state. California. There you go. Do pills help? Yes. And I want people to understand that there's no, like, pills are not the enemy. You know, they're not the enemy. Sometimes they help. If you get on the wrong one, you get a bad reaction to them, get on a new one. Like, it's going to be a process to get you on the right pill, because I was on this one pill, forgot what it was called, and it made me really suicidal even more. So I got off of it, and then I went on a new one. So it's like, pills help. They do. And I know a lot of people are like, no, I'm not having pills. No, I don't want to take pills for the rest of my life. But they help. Sometimes your body, like, grows immune to it. That's when you get on a new one, you know? Somebody do that. Pills are not for everybody, though. Yes, let's put that out there as well. Pills are not for everybody. Sometimes therapy is good enough, you know, but, you know, don't be scared of them. They're not that scary. But yeah, thank you all for joining the live. I'm gonna go off. What time is it? Don't know, but I'm gonna go off, probably get on Fortnite, and cry myself to sleep tonight. But I love you guys. Hope that you guys took a bunch of this advice in my life and put it into your perspective in your life.